Blackpool are a team that suffered so much in the last 13 years. They were once a Premier League side back in 2011, but since then they've suffered 4 relegations, even spending a season in League 2 at one point. But right now they're currently playing League 1 football after last season's relegation, but don't worry Blackpool fans, that is about to change. Because in today's video I have become the brand new Blackpool manager. And not only am I going to get them back into the Premier League in this video, I'm going to make them the world's best club. So here is the starting 11 I've loaded into a Blackpool, and whilst right now it doesn't look that appealing, believe me, there is some potential with this team. I mean, for starters, there's only 3 players in the entire squad who are 30 years old or above. For a League 1 side, they've got a ridiculously young squad. However, there are 4 players on loan to us right now, so at some point we are going to have to address this issue, whether we want to sign one of these players on a permanent deal or whether we just want to let them go at the end of the season. But let me tell you, Blackpool have got some pretty solid players like Kyle Joseph, the 21-year-old striker from Scotland. There's also striker Kylian Kouassi, who's only 20, 60 rated right now. I reckon this guy could potentially be a hidden gem. And I think Sonny Carey's not a bad player either. He's 22, 64 rated, quite versatile. I'm hoping to make this guy an absolute beast. There is, however, a contract situation that we've got to deal with, but with Blackpool being in League 1, I can't imagine this taking up too much of our budget. And speaking of budget, ours is pretty solid. 4 million in season 1. We can make a lot of stuff happen with that money, you know. So like I said, guys, whilst at first glance this team doesn't look like all that much, I'm telling you now, guys, it has got a lot of potential, but not with this formation. Instead, I'm going to rock the 4-2-2 formation. This may not make sense to you guys right now, but just give me a minute and it'll make all the sense in the world. And partnering with this formation is the counter-attacking style of play. I haven't used this in a long time, but we've got a young team and a lot of pace. I feel like this goes hand in hand with each other. And after proper messing around with this Blackpool team, this is the starting 11 I'm comfortable going into season 1 with, without making any signings at least. But you better believe with 4 million in League 1, we're making a couple of signings. And just to ensure my plan for season 1 works, all these players are going out on loan. And even if it doesn't work, these guys are still going to get game time and most likely come back better players, so it's a win-win regardless. Now, the first bit of money I want to spend is bringing in a midfielder for either one of these pair. I'm not really too fussed which one it is. All I know is I want a brand new CDM in the team. And whilst we do have 4 million, which is quite a lot for a League 1 side, we're not exactly going to have an amazing bit of pull, so we still got to be quite tactical on who we bring in. But guys, I think I've found someone that fits our profile in Galael Macau from KV Mechelen. He's 18, he's 64 overall. I don't know how much potential this guy's got, but I don't care. He's a decent looking player and I want him in the team. And just like that, guys, I made this happen for only 1.1 million. Now let's focus our attention on these loan plays, because Karamoko Dembele looks like an absolute monster in the making. He's only 20, 66 rated already, and with 1.6 million, I'm going to do my best to bring him in on a permanent deal. And guys, that is exactly what I did for 1.55 million. And also, after renewing everybody's contracts, we've got 96 grand left in our budget. It's safe to say that's our transfer window done. So that means this is the starting 11 going into season 1, and I've got to be honest with you lot, I really like the looks of this starting 11 already. I mean, they're all a young bunch of lads. We've got them all on the right development plans. They're all going to get game time. I'm expecting a lot of improvement this season. But I'm definitely not expecting anything spectacular in League 1, guys. I'll be very happy if we finish mid-table, but the most important thing I'm focusing on this year is the team's overall development. And guys, the players have not disappointed. Just check out some of the improvement of some players, man. It has been a really good season for development. Especially Kylian Kouassi, for goodness sake. He's 20 years old and he's gone to 66 rated. I'm telling you guys now, we're going to turn this guy into an absolute monster. But as it goes, he wasn't our top goal scorer. That goes to Kyle Joseph, who got 21 goal contributions in 51 games, also going up to 69 overall. It's safe to say both of our strikers definitely pulled their weight this time. And you know what? We did very well in League 1 as well. 10th in the league, only 7 points outside the playoffs. Let me tell you something, guys. Next year, if we get the transfers right, we're getting promotion. As for the FA Cup, Swindon knocked us out in round 2. And Ipswich Town knocked us out in round 1 of the energy drink competition. Honestly, guys, I'm not even surprised. And we got grouped in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Now, I've just noticed Hayden Coulson, our current left wing back, is on loan to us from Middlesbrough, so next season we're going to have to find ourselves a better left wing back. But then again, we could just call back Dominic Thompson from his loan move to Forest Green Rovers. I mean, he's 66 rated and he's 2 years younger than Coulson. But regardless of what we do with this left wing back position, we do need to add a couple of players to this team just to strengthen it right up to the point where we can get promotion in Season 2. But before we get to Season 2, if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure you leave it a big old thumbs up and smash that subscribe button. We're officially on the road to 100,000 subscribers. Now guys, if we are serious about promotion this year, we have to strengthen our backline, and that's where Cameron Humphreys Grant comes in from Rotherham. He's 25, he's 70 overall, and his contract's running out, and we all know how much I love a bargain. And guys, that's exactly what it ended up being, is we only had to spend 1.5 million to sign him on a 3-year deal. And that leaves us with £3 million in our budget from the original 5 million that we had, and I feel like we need to bring in a better fullback. I mean, yes, he's only 23 years old, but it'll take him 15 weeks to become a better player. If we're serious about promotion, we need someone better than 66 rated in that position. That's why I'm going for Arthur Zagri from Excelsior Rotterdam. He's only 22 and he's 70 rated. He's 4 ratings higher and 1 year younger. This one is a no-brainer. And that concludes our business for Season 2, as we spent £2.5 million to bring Arthur Zagri to Blackpool. And so Season 2's team looks like this. Now, there's a couple of players that I'm really expecting big things from this year. One of them being Dembele. I mean, he's 71 overall. He's 21 years old. I really want him to step up to the plate this year. I also want Macau to perform well too. He's 68 overall. He's not even 20 years old, for goodness sake. This guy's got potential to be absolutely world class. And finally, Kouassi. I want another big year from this guy too. He's 21, 66 rated. He wasn't the best goal scorer last year, but now that he's actually improved quite a bit, I'm expecting him to bang him in left, right and centre. But above all else this year, I'm expecting big things from us in League One. More specifically, I want promotion, whether that being automatically or via the playoffs. I feel like we are absolutely ready to take on the Championship. And ladies and gents, I was bang on the money. We are champions of League One by 20 points in the end, and we are cruising to the Championship. Man, talk about domination. We played 46 games and only lost 5 of them. That's how good we were this year. And we also made it to round 4 of the FA Cup, only losing to Premier League side Aston Villa. That is pretty damn impressive. But we got knocked out again in round 1 of the Carabao Cup. Bloody Preston beat us on pens. But in our last time in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy, we only made it to round 3 before Derby knocked us out. But let's just brush that aside for a sec. Look at the state of this team, guys. I'm telling you now, with a couple of really solid signings next year, we can go from League One to the Championship to the Prem all in one go. And my guy, Kylian Kouassi, didn't let me down. 24 goals in 54 games. Our highest goal contributor out of the entire team. Beautiful stuff. But he's not the only player who's done well this year. Just look at the improvement from some of our players, man. It's been absolutely amazing. To be fair, guys, I feel like a better right wing back, a better centre back, and a better centre midfielder next year. We can go from the Championship to the Premier League just like that. And Season 3's budget is certainly going to help us to do this, as we've got 9 million to spend. It's not amazing amounts of money, but we can definitely make this work. And starting with the CDM, I'm going for Galatasaray's Eyüp Aydin. He's only 20, he's 71 overall. Looks like he's a pretty solid player, and his contract's running out. And following him is centre-back Thomas Visset from Slavia Praha. He's 24, he's 73 rated. He looks like a very goddamn good player, and you better believe I'm signing him up. And for the total sum of £6.5 million, we've signed both of these players on 4-year deals at Blackpool. But unfortunately, that's the only spending we're going to do. So we've got 770,000 left. That's our transfer window done. But this is the team heading into Season 3, and honestly, I reckon we may have just done enough in that transfer window to secure our spot in the Prem next year. I mean, I'm looking at the Championship table, and I'm not really seeing any incredible teams. Not only do I think we're going to get the playoffs, we may have a chance of automatic promotion. You never bloody know. Okay, maybe I got a little bit carried away. We did make the playoffs, though, alongside Luton Town, West Brom, and Watford, but we didn't get automatic promotion because we're just not good enough for that yet. But we smacked up West Brom in the semis of the playoffs, and we're playing Watford in the... Oh, if we're beating West Brom, sure to God, we got to be beating Watford. And we have. We've beaten them 1-0. Blackpool have gone from League One to the Championship to the Premier League just like that. Get in. And we once again made it to round 4 of the FA Cup to once again get knocked out by a Premier League team. You got to wonder how far we get if we got matched up against someone our level. As for the Carabao Cup, Port Vale knocked us out on penalties in round 2. Port Vale knocked us out. God, we got to step up our game in the Carabao Cup. But guys, I'm not being funny. This team is actually mental. I expected a lot of improvement this year, but not this much. Look at Aiden. He's got up to 77 overall. He was 71 rated when we bought him. And look at the stats too. Kylian Kouassi, Joseph, Dembele, Kari, all getting above 15 goal contributions this year. We have had genuinely such a good year. And that's officially step one of this rebuild complete, getting Blackpool back into the Premier League. But don't be disillusioned. We've still got a long way to go before we compete with Manchester City and Barca in the Champions League. Our journey with Blackpool has realistically only just begun. But guys, we're now into season 4 with Blackpool, and it's official. We are now in the Premier League with them. And with Premier League football comes Premier League money. 43 million is what we got to spend in season 4. I was hoping for a little bit more, but I'll definitely take it. Now, this may surprise you lot. I'm not going to focus on the midfield up. I feel like for at least one season, these guys can definitely do a job. I'm more concerned with our defensive lineup this year. Zagreb is going nowhere. He's one of our best players, but our two centre-backs and our right wing-back are definitely on the chopping block. However, 43 million probably isn't enough for all three of those positions, so if I've got to choose two positions, I'm going for a new centre-back partnership. And surprisingly, I found a baller at Luton Town, Bruno Cardoso. He's only 22, 81 overall. He's a little bit short for a centre-back, but I definitely reckon he's worth the gamble. And following him is Sabit Sazonov from Leicester City, 24, 80 overall. He's 6'4", so he'll definitely make up for Cardoso's lack of height, and his contract is running out. We all know how much I love a bargain. And for the combined total of £40 million, we've signed both of these players on 5-year deals. I did also include Cameron Humphreys-Grant in the deal with Cardoso, though it just made sense. But I've just noticed we've got two keepers, Daniel Grimshaw and Mackenzie Chapman. This guy's 56 overall. Anything happens to Grimshaw, we're actually screwed. But we've only got 1 million in our budget after signing those two centre-backs, so it looks like if we are bringing a keeper in, we're going to have to sign him as a free agent. Luckily, I found Jay Gorton in the free agents list. He's 26, he's 76 overall. I'm hoping we can afford him. If we can, that's brilliant. If not, oh wow. But unless he accepts this deal we're offering, we literally cannot afford him, because otherwise we're going to go broke. Oh my god, he's actually accepted that. What the hell? I mean, we've literally got £36 in our budget left. It's a very good job I sorted our contracts out prior to making any signings, isn't it? But guys, this is the starting 11 going into the Premier League for the first time since 2011. But it is going to be very interesting to see how we get on, because last time Blackpool were in the Premier League, they only lasted one season, so he is hoping the history doesn't repeat itself. And guys, we've done it. We survived the Premier League in our first season back. 14th is where we finished, very comfortably outside the relegation zone. If you're watching this and you're a part of the Blackpool Board of Directors, you know where to find me. As for the FA Cup, we once again crashed out in round 4, this time by Norwich. But we did make the quarters of the Carabao Cup, only falling short to United. You know what, guys? That is actually a mental achievement. But guys, looking at this team, I'm surprised we actually finished as low as we did. I mean, granted, we don't have the best keeper, right wing back, or central attacking midfielder in the world, but the rest of the team is actually pretty stacked. And as you can see from the stats, considering we finished 14th in the Premier League, they're not exactly that bad at all, are they? But we are going into season 5, 7 players lighter. I mean, they're all got one thing in common. They're nowhere near good enough to be playing for Blackpool anymore, so I'm just letting the contract run out. But coming back to the team, I reckon a better goalkeeper, a better right wing back, and a better central attacking midfielder is all that stands in our way from ourselves getting from 14th in the league to the top 10, maybe even European football. But as we go into season 5, that's not all that stands in our way. We've got 37 million to spend this year, and that's it. So we've got to do miracles with this kind of money. But it's going to take more than a miracle to bring in a better goalkeeper, a better right back, and a better central attacking midfielder with just over 35 million. We've got to be realistic here, guys. So if it comes to only improving two positions, a better right back and a better goalkeeper is what I'm going to go for. Those are by a mile more important than a better central attacking midfielder. Now, starting with the keeper, David Raya from Brentford looks absolutely brilliant. He's 31, 83 overall, and for some reason his contract's running out. I'm finding so many players with contracts running out in this video. It's ridiculous. And following him is Nacho Mosquiera. He's 21, he's 78 overall, but unfortunately this guy's contract isn't running out, so we will have to pay a little bit more. And for the total amount of £27.2 million, we've secured both of these players on 3-year deals. And in case you're wondering how I got them so cheap, I included Grimshaw in the David Raya deal. It just made sense just to make it a little bit cheaper. But we still only have 7 million in our budget, so we can't exactly bring in a central attacking midfielder. However, the free agents list may have someone in store for us, so we're going to have a look there. Now, I couldn't find a central attacking midfielder, but Haksabanovic can definitely step up to the plate. He's a winger, he's 28, and he's 77 overall. He's definitely better than the current cam we've already got, so we're bringing him into the squad. And with the signing of Haksabanovic for absolutely nothing, that is officially our transfer window done. But the big question is, are these players enough to get us from 14th in the Premier League to the top 10 and maybe even European football? And guys, the answer to that question is absolutely yes. We are 3rd in the Premier League and we've got Champions League football with Blackpool for season 6. From 14th to 3rd in the span of 12 months, man. I can't wait to see how this Blackpool team looks now. It's got to be absolutely ridiculous. But we still cannot get past round 4 in the FA Cup as Palace this time knocked us out. And this time we only made it to round 3 of the Carabao Cup before Newcastle knocked us out. But geez, look at the state of this team, man. I'm telling you now, a couple of really good signings next year. We could genuinely take the Champions League by storm. And my guy Kouassi came in clutch, 21 goals, 3 assists and 42 games, and Joseph Dembele as well. Fair play to all of them. And just look at the improvement in these 3 players. Bruno Cardoso, 88 rated, Kouassi, 87 rated, and Kyle Joseph, 85 rated. I'm especially happy with our strikers, man. The OG Blackpool players from season 1. I genuinely can't get over the fact we got top 4 football, man. Blackpool fans, I hope you're enjoying this. I just hope the budget reflects our achievements this year, because if that is the case, we're not just taking part in the UCL next year, we're bloody competing in it. And it looks like the budget directors heard me. 124 million for our first season in the UCL. That is exactly what I was after. Now, I never specifically said where I was going to improve the team, but I feel like one position's obvious. Our defensive midfielder role where Mukau plays. I mean, he's 77 overall. He's still pretty young, but this guy's the weakest link in the team and we need to get someone better. And I want better wingers than Dembele and Haksabanovic. This may surprise you guys, but I feel like if we get better attackers and more prolific attackers, we'll definitely do better in the UCL. And thankfully this season, the board have absolutely backed us. There is no excuse this year why we can't win some silverware. And guys, we're starting this window with the signing of João Gomez from Frankfurt. He's 27, 84 overall, and due to the fact his contract was running out, we got him cheap as chips. £30 million is all it took to bring him to Blackpool. And we've still got 91 mil to bring in 2 wingers for our team. Unfortunately for one team though, that isn't good news, because I'm stealing AC Milan's Christian Pulisic and Samuel Chukwueze, both 29, both 84 rated, and they are both signing for us. And for the grand total of £84 million, we've signed both Christian Pulisic and Samuel Chukwueze on 4-year deals. But their contracts were definitely on the expensive side. We've got less than 1 mil in our budget. That's our transfer window done, ladies and gents. But just by looking at this team, guys, I think it's safe to say it's worth it, man. We are just around the corner from being able to call this Blackpool team absolutely world class. And as you guys know, we have qualified for the Champions League with Blackpool. We're in Group F alongside Barca, Sporting and Galatasaray. And I'll be real with you lot, that is a pretty competitive group. But as much as I want to do well in the UCL, I want to do better in the Prem, because as you can see, we're 3 games in and only got 5 points. If we want to get top 4 football, we got to do way better than this. And I really hope we've done better in the Prem. We've crashed out of Group F. We finished 3rd. We do go to the Europa League, but bloody Sporting, man, really, we've got to be doing better than that. And we actually made the final before getting beaten by Sevilla 2-1, which means that if we haven't got top 4 football in the Prem this year, we ain't in the UCL next year either. I don't actually believe it. We are 7th in the league. We were literally 2 points outside of the top 4. You cannot be serious right now. Blackpool, what are you playing at? We spent over 120 million on players this year and we couldn't even get top 4 football. Honestly, if I wasn't using mods, I'd definitely be getting sacked. But I suppose this time we did make the quarters of the FA Cup, so it's not all doom and gloom. But Huddersfield knocked us out on pens in round 3 of the Carabao Cup, so it definitely is back to only being doom. I'm going to be real though, guys. I do not know what more we needed to do to this team to get top 4 football. Hell, I don't know what more we needed to do to get out of the group stage for that matter. This team is world class now. I can safely say it's world class. And look at the stats. 23-3 for Kyle Joseph, 22-1 for Kouassi, and 14-6 for Demba Angon. Why is Dembele playing more games than the 2 wingers I brought in specifically to replace him? Maybe that's what went wrong. Maybe the game's just not recognised that I brought in 2 better players, and for some reason the worst players have got game time ahead of them. That would definitely explain a lot. But guys, one thing's for certain, by the end of the next transfer window, we've got to make sure that the team is that good that even the thought of us not getting UCL football for the following season is an absolute disaster. Now, after spending quite a bit of time looking at the team, I realised we need a better right back, so I figured why not go for one of the best. Jeremy Frimpong is the player I'm going for. He's 28, 88 overall, and it doesn't take to steal one of Leverkusen's best players, does it? The only issue is we've got 94 mil, and his market value is like 70 mil, so they're probably looking for the region of over 100 mil, so we're going to have to be very good at negotiating. So I've offered 60 mil alongside Mosquera, and they've gone for 69 million instead. Okay, we can definitely make this work. Let's go for 65 mil. Let's meet in the middle. Come on, lad. There we go. 65 million, and Mosquera later. Frimpong is now a Blackpool player. And also, after renewing everybody's contracts, that leaves us with 5 mil in our budget, so it's safe to say that our transfer window is completely done. And that, ladies and gents, leaves the starting team looking like this. And for goodness sake, we've got 2 90 rated players, 2 players 88 rated. If we don't get top 4 football this year, I legitimately do not know where to go from here. But ladies and gents, we got better than top 4 football. We've won the Premier League by 9 points overall, man. We've even beaten Man City, United and Arsenal to that top spot. We're officially the best team in England. But as daft as this sounds, more importantly for me, we are once again in the UCL, back where we belong. And this time we made it to round 5 of the FA Cup, only losing out to Liverpool. But this time we've won the Carabao Cup, beating West Brom 3-1 in the final, so that's the double secured, man. It's about damn time we started winning some trophies, isn't it? I mean, it certainly helped that we weren't in any European competition this year, but we still have to win the competitions we're in, and that's exactly what we've done. And guys, just by looking at the team, I'm really not surprised we've managed to do all this year. If anything, we should have done it last year. And these stats are once again fantastic. 27 and 3 for Joseph, 20 for Kouassi, 12 and 11 for Pulisic, and Chuck Weezy with 9 and 10 himself. It's about time these pair got on the score sheet, isn't it? But the next step is officially complete. We have made Blackpool the best team in England by winning them the Premier League title. But our job is not quite finished yet. We still have to win the UCL to make Blackpool the best team in the world. And I'm not being funny. If Leipzig and Inter are making the UCL final, there's no reason why next year we can't make the UCL final. Especially with Season 8's budget, over 200 million the board have allocated us. There's literally no excuse why we can't win the quadruple this time. But guys, I feel like we've spent enough time trying to improve the starting 11. I feel like it's time to focus our attention on our bench. But for the most part, it's actually decent. I mean, Haksabanovic is good, Dembele and Gorta are pretty solid players. But Macau's not really that good, neither is Visek or Lyons, especially Lavery. Yeah, we need a couple of really good players to put on the bench, don't we? But luckily, as we've already seen, the board have definitely backed us this year. Now it's time to prove to them why that was the right choice. So I've started by bringing Levi Colwill away from Chelsea into our Blackpool team. He's 6'2", 27, 86 overall, and due to the fact his contract was running out, we got a cheapest chips deal, only spending 45 million on him. I also spent 33 million to bring Thomas Araujo away from Manchester City as our backup centre-back. And we've still got 116 million to spend, man. That is an outrageous amount of money just to spend on backup players. But we are indeed going to spend that money on Manuel Locatelli from Brighton. He's 32 granted, but he's 86 rated. I actually think he might go into the starting 11, never mind the subs bench. And following him is Dallinger from Villarreal. He's 29, he's 84 overall. He'll definitely do a job from the subs bench. And for the total amount of £90 million, we've signed both of these players on permanent deals, and that's officially our transfer window done. But Season 8 has only just begun as we've been put into Group A in the UCL alongside Monaco, Sporting and Malmo, and surely to God, we got to top this group with flying colours. I mean, look at the state of this team, man. Even the bench is absolutely full to the brim with world-class quality. If we don't make the UCL final this year, actually scratch that, if we don't win every single competition this year, there's something seriously wrong. And we are off to a great start. We are back-to-back Premier League champions by 1 point this time, but you know what? I don't care. That's 2 titles in a row. And we've also beaten Luton Town to win the Community Shield final. I'm not too certain why Luton are in the final with us. Maybe it's because they were in the FA Cup final with us, but I don't care. That's another trophy added to the cabinet. But we get knocked out in round 5 of the FA Cup by West Bloody Ham. Brilliant. And we got knocked out by Newcastle in the quarters of the Energy Drink Cup. Absolutely fantastic. I'm just hoping we've done better than the UCL this time, man. If we get grouped again, I'm going to go nuts. But this time we have made it through to the knockouts. We finished second, 1 point behind Monaco. And we go on to destroy Leipzig 6-1 in the round of 16, man. I'm not being funny. They were in the UCL final not long ago. That's a cracking result. And we've also dominated Dynamo Kiev in the quarters. We could be playing City, Barca, or AC Milan, who had the wackiest penalty shootout I have ever seen on FC 24. 14-13, Jesus. But we played Barca and we smashed them 4-2. We are playing Manchester City in the UCL final. But I'll be real, City's team isn't as good as I thought it would be. They've got Haaland, Foden, Oscar Bob, Arda Güler, but apart from that, realistically, we should wipe the floor with them. But guys, I'm going to be honest with you, when you look at the stats, considering we're on for the treble, they're not that impressive, are they? But ladies and gents, this is the team going into the Champions League final against City, and I'm actually gassed at this, guys, because there's a couple of OGs in the starting 11. Both Joseph and Kouassi are the players I gave a chance to way back when in Season 1, and look at them now, 91 rated and 93 rated, two of the best strikers in the world. But Christ, we got lucky we're in the final. David Wright has gone from 85 overall to 82 rated. I mean, when I checked his development plan at the start of the season, he was going up, not bloody down. But guys, going into the Champions League final, we can make history by winning them their first ever European competition. All that stands in our way from doing that is Manchester City. Jeremy Frimpong's on the ball. We found Chukwueze. That's a beautiful ball. Oh my God, Chukwueze. What's that for a first touch? Once again on the ball with Chukwueze though, and he's just giving it straight to Manchester City's defence. I'm actually beginning to believe at this point, lads, you're on Manchester City's team in disguise. Pulisic is on the ball now, though. Can we find Joseph? Yes, we can. Okay. Oh, that's a beautiful turn. Can we get away from Diaz? Oh, my days. City, man. Just leave me alone. Chukwueze's making that run into... Oh, my God. That's a beautiful ball from Kouassi. We can go 1-0 up here. Chukwueze, make it 1-0. Oh, my God, Chukwueze. Serious question. How the hell do you not score that? Unless you're a Manchester City player in disguise, you're putting that away. Here come Manchester City. Erling Haaland's on the ball. Don't give him any room. Oh, there's no way. Oh, wait, what's that? What's that? Hey, offside, you little waste man. Here comes Foden on the ball, though. We need to shut him down. Oh, Frimpong, beautiful tackle. And this is us on the counter-attack. Come on. Chukwueze's on the ball. Kouassi receives. Can we spot Joseph? That is a beautiful ball. Oh, come on. Don't give it away. That's beautiful. Pulisic is receiving it over here. Pulisic, he's on his own. Kouassi, this could be amazing if we get this in. Oh, my God. That keeper. Go f*** yourself. Chukwueze's on the corner. We could get a goal before half time. Oh, my God. Keeper. Oh, my God. No. We've got to score there, man. We've got to score. How in God's carnation are we not 1-0 up, man? That is a joke. We start the second half still drawing with Manchester City. Here comes Oscar Bob, though, in the second half. We definitely do not know. No, oh, great save right here. Here comes Chukwueze, though. We can definitely do having a for face. Look at that. Oh, my God, he's away. He's actually away. He's all on his own. But can he finally put us deservedly? What? Oh, my God, this keeper. Oh, my God. Honest to God, I'm sick of that guy. Who is he? Gomez is on the ball. Let's take a shot from distance. Oh, my God, this keeper. There we go. Oh, we've gone short. Pulisic. Let's have a pot from distance, lad, and it's ball. Fantastic. Oh, that's a beautiful ball to Kouassi. Kouassi is against Peters. Peters, he's not putting a challenge in. Oh, finally. Oh my God, we finally got a goal against Manchester City. It took us over 70 minutes to do it, but we finally got one over Pep. City's keeper has been on the form of his bloody life, but we finally found a way past him. Hopefully we can just rain goals on this guy's arse now. Here come Man City there. They've got Foden on the ball on the left-hand side. Frimpong. Oh, great defending from Frimpong. We've got Zagri on the ball now. We are looking for Joseph. Okay, let's just take it to the line. We can... Oh, we've definitely done him for pace here. Joseph, go into... Oh, Joseph. We've got the ball with Joseph once again. Let's not make the same mistake again. Oh, look at that. I don't even know what's going on. Diaz isn't even chasing him. Chance to make it 2-0. Oh, this keeper is so good. Pulisic is on the ball, though. I'll tell you what, let's try Travalli. Nope. Oh, that's just... He didn't take it on his right foot like I wanted him to, did he? Ref, it's beyond extra time. Blow that damn whistle. Oh, my God, no way. No way. Erling Haaland, miss. Oh, my God, I hate Erling Haaland on this game, man. How is that even possible? Referee, blow your stupid freaking whistle, man. It was past extra time when we got outside the semicircle. That is actually a joke, man. Erling Haaland, go f*** yourself, lad. I'm in genuine disbelief that we conceded like that, man. That's... Oh, my God, Chukwueze, that's not where I wanted it to go. Pulisic is on the ball now. I'm looking for a run that isn't offside, for goodness sake. Can we get the ball around Pulisic? Why, Man City? I don't care, actually. Pulisic, thank you! Manchester City's defence have just backed off from us completely. Pulisic does something in this game and puts us 2-1 ahead. This time, let's see if we can actually hold on to the lead. Ansu Fati against Zagney. He's got the better of him. He's gone back to Dorset. That's a fantastic ball in. Oh, my God. History almost repeated itself. Here we come with Chukwueze. This is the chance. We've got them on the counter-attack. We can definitely go 3-1 ahead here if we play this right. We've got Kouassi on the ball. Oh, great block. We've got Pulisic on the ball. We're going to come back. Oh, that's beautiful. Kouassi. We're going to cut inside. On his right foot. Can we make it 3? Oh, my God. That's such a good shot, man. Unlucky. Guys, we're literally 1 minute away from... Oh, my God. We've done it. This time the ref blows it properly. We have beaten Manchester City 2-1 in the Champions League final. We are not only the best team in England this season, we have made Blackpool the world's best club. But that was not easy. It took us 8 seasons to go from the League One to the Championship to the Premier League to the Premier League title to the Champions League trophy. And that is officially our job done with Blackpool. But if you enjoyed this, you should definitely click here to watch me do this with Portsmouth.